So anyway, we're moving right along with our next guest, and this is a unique situation. It's a children's book again, but it's a grandmother and grandson. Normally, we might have a mother and child. We have had a dad and son too. But I don't know if we've had a grandmother and grandchild
I don't think so.
book
I know we had a
project.
father and daughter.
Yeah, but not the grandparents.
Yeah.
And so,
But
um,
I have to leave. I have to turn my camera off for one quick second and I'm gonna be right back.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so we are welcoming to the show is Armanette Small Reed and Carter. Is it Carter Reed? Oh, you need to unmute. Look at the
Yes,
audio.
that's
Okay,
correct.
there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, Carter. And hi,
Hey.
Carter. And you all have a new book called Broken Crayons. And you all are part of She Publishing
Yes.
LLC. And they are friends of the show and also sponsors of our National Black Book Festival event. So, welcome to the show, and we're pleased to have you with your book, Broken Crayons. Do you have a copy of your book with you?
Yes.
Can you show us the cover? Move it to where the camera is so we can see the whole cover. Okay, there you go. Put it a little bit closer to you. Okay, and that's it's Carter's copy. That's your copy of the book.
Mm-hmm.
So broken crayons, I see crayons and I see feet. So what is the theme behind the Broken Crayons book? What is the story about?
About bullying. Go ahead. Expound on it. Go ahead. It's about bullying, and when kids bully, well, it makes people sad and want to hurt themselves, and I want to stop all that.
Mm.
Okay. So the broken crayons that are on the cover is like the bullies, those are like the bullies' feet. Is that what it is? And they're breaking the crayons. Is
Mm-mm.
that is that
No, tell her how you came up with the
no?
title.
Okay,
Yes,
Tell
we
all
her
want
how.
to
right. I don't want
know.
to read into it. I don't want to read something into it that's not there. So we what is that? What does that represent? What is the illustration of the broken crayons and the shoes? What does that represent?
That represents bullying.
Bullying. Okay, so how is it representing bullying? That's why I was asking, are the shoes breaking the crayons? Are they stepping on somebody's crayons?
The reason why how we actually he came up with the title, he didn't like the title I originally came up with. He said, no, Nana, he didn't like my title. But the thing is we actually use children's feet stepping on the crayons because the thing is that what we need to realize is that a broken crayon is just like a bully. They're broken, but they can still be used. They can still be good friends, just like crayons, even though they're broken, you still have use of both, whether it's broken or not. So that's how we came up with the concept. Well, he did with the broken crayons because he was like, Nana, a broken crayon is just like a bully. You can still use a crayon. So why can't a broken bully still be a good person or be a good friend? I was like, that's a very good analogy.
That's
So
a
he came up
beautiful
with that.
analogy.
He came up, not he didn't like my title. No, he came up with that. But we don't want to talk about what I thought.
So you don't want, okay, I was gonna ask you what was your title, but you said you're gonna
Just say it. Well, my
you're
title was
sworn to secrecy.
now he wants me to, it's actually
Okay.
on the back of the book of how we came up with it, but I said the person who sits next to me. And I had death with children, and some of the faces had question marks to symbolize that the bully could be sitting right next to you and you might not know it. But he said
Right.
he didn't like that concept because he wanted it. Well, that's kind of sound like a knowledge book. Or a knowledge book. A real big book for teenagers. Okay.
Oh,
Sounds
okay.
like
Okay.
sounds.
This sounds like a children's book.
Well,
Yeah,
you
he
know
said it was
what?
too big.
Okay.
Congratulations for knowing your audience because
Yeah.
there are grown folks who don't know
We
their
don't
audience.
know their
You knew
audience.
exactly who you were writing to, and I
That's
love that.
true.
That's true. That is very true. It's important to know your audience. And apparently
Mhm.
he knew his, but Carter had the misfortune of being bullied in the first grade. So he started experiencing bullying at a very young age.
Yes.
And he came, I was taking him to school and he was like, Nana, why are kids so mean? And I was like, oh, okay. So it just seemed like the conversation started from first grade. So we've been working on this book since the first grade. He's
And
now in
what
the
grade is
fourth.
he in? He's in the fourth grade. Okay. So is he 9?
He just turned 10.
Turned 10. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, you know, bullies have been around a long time, Carter, because we had bullies at our school when I was a kid.
Me too.
And so they're not new, but it seems new for each kid because it's so personal.
Yes.
That's one thing about when you're being bullied. It's really hurtful because
Yes.
you don't know why they targeted you, and
Right.
then you don't know what you can do about it a lot of times.
Yeah, very true.
Mhm. So you're the first. We've interviewed 700 guests. Actually, you're the 701st or 701 since we've had the show.
Ah,
So we've never had a grandmother and grandchild author
oh,
combination,
Yes.
co-author.
Well, thank you for
We've had
being our
so
first.
well,
thank you
The
for
thank
seven
being
you.
the 701st guest,
yes,
but the first
yeah,
grandmother grandson
uh,
duo.
yeah, the
Well,
first,
thank you for having us. Thank you.
yeah. So how did your project get off the ground? Like, when did you decide you're gonna actually do a book and then proceeded with it?
Well, actually, it was in the first grade. That's when we started having conversations. And during that time in first grade, Carter was, in first grade, you're writing those small words, the and the, and those things like that. So Carter and I started writing. So he would tell me his thoughts, and then I would write them down. And as time went on, we just kept compiling different things, and then we kept going. And it seemed like he always had an experience or a thought, and he would always come home and he would be like, Nana, I wish people would just speak up, just say something. And I was like, okay. So we started talking and writing, and we came up with something behind that. And then he started talking about words hurt, Nana. I said, words like what? So he started giving me words, and we wrote something about hurtful words. And then he was like, I want to choose to be good. And he always said, Nana, I want to be a good boy. I want to be good, Nana. I just want to be good. I said, okay, so that's something you choose? He said, yeah. I said, what else do you choose? And he said, I choose to go to school every day. I choose to make my parents proud. So from there, he was telling me what his thoughts were, and we took it from there, and we just started writing from then on. And so I am truly proud of Carter and how far he has come with this book and the message that he's sending out to students, to kids about being good stewards. And if you see something, say something. So he is truly trying to walk the model of the book, which is great. To be 10 and to try to walk in your truth or walk in how you feel to demonstrate it to other kids, I think it's amazing.
I think it's amazing as well. And I also think it's amazing that he wanted to do this, or you're on here. I'm gonna talk to you. No, that you wanted to do this in the form of writing a book. Are you a big reader? Do you like reading books? Is that why you decided to go the route of being or writing your own book?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So
So what?
what made you want to write?
Because I experienced bullying in first grade, and I didn't like it at all. So
So move a little bit closer to the computer because
There
it's
we
not picking
go.
up your
Now we can
voice.
see you.
Now we can see you, yeah, and then we'll be able to hear you better.
and
Yeah, that's great right there.
Just say it again, what you just said.
I experienced bullying in in first grade all through fourth grade, and I thought of the title Broken Crayons because people are mean, and and um with this book right here, it could change the world.
Mm,
Well, you're right. Books can change the world. That's for sure.
absolutely. Can
Hmm.
you show us the book again?
It's very colorful.
Very.
Hmm.
Wait, hold it up a little bit higher.
So we can
Let's,
see the bottom. Okay, there you go.
oh, I love
Yeah, it's
that.
beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very, very creative. So, have you all done any book readings anywhere? What have you been doing with the book in terms of getting it out to people? Have you been in any classrooms to
Yeah.
talk about it, or the public library maybe? So what have you been doing, Carter?
So one time we went to our school, and my school basically, and and, and we talked about bullying in there. So it was fourth grade and kindergarten inside of a medium sized room, and it was a classroom. And then each one and each student that I picked, well, for each and every answer, uh, they got a candy bag or a chip bag or a book bag or a book.
Okay, and did you read from your book? Did you read to the class from
Yeah.
out of your book? You did? And how did they like it? What did they say about it?
Mm, all they did is just clapped.
Oh, they clapped, but that's good.
Yeah,
Clapping,
that's
that
very
means
good.
clapping means they liked it.
And he asked questions behind.
Oh, now we can't hear you, Armanette.
You can't hear. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he did. We after each reading, we asked questions behind what he read, and we had a lot of conversation, a lot of feedback, which was great because that's what we wanted to do was have the conversations about bullying, so it was really um a great opportunity for Carter to actually have the opportunity to read to his class, which is fourth graders, and then the kindergarten class where his brother is. So he was able to read to his brother's class and his fourth
Okay.
grade class, and it was really, really nice.
Hmm.
Okay. So the teachers were receptive to him doing that.
Yes,
Well, that was good.
yes.
They were receptive to it. So, are there in the book? Are there characters? And what are the names of some of the characters in the book?
No, there are
There are
no
no,
characters
there are no
because
characters. Okay.
mm-mm,
Me.
because it's pretty much poetry.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I understand.
it's
Okay.
poetry.
Okay.
So that way, anybody can associate themselves to any one of the poems in the book because they all pertain to somebody. Because as you stated, I've been bullied too in my younger years, and then you think about sometimes adults are even bullied. So it's just
Hmm.
an ongoing, never-ending vicious cycle, which is just very unfortunate. So, we were hoping that with the book, we would give people the opportunity to have a safe space, especially children, to be able to talk about if they're being bullied. So we don't have to worry about other situations coming about because of the lack of the conversations.
Yeah. Now, Carter, are children your age group? It's been a while since my little girl is 28 years old now, so
And
but
mine is
are
25.
but are children in your age group, are they on social media? Are they on phones? Are they doing social media? Well, they're not supposed to technically, but are they
The
uh,
girls be scrolling on TikTok all the time
on
and on
TikTok?
Instagram.
Okay,
TikTok and
TikTok,
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah. Um, And so some people get bullied through those
Yep.
That's
social
true.
media, and
That
that's
be
very unfortunate because
Yep.
that stuff can go worldwide. Um,
Yes.
and hopefully the children will. If I can leave you with one thing, Carter, I know when my daughter turned 12 or 13, that was when the social media platforms were taking off. She wanted to have a Facebook page. And what I told her then is just remember this. And I didn't know how ubiquitous it was going to become, how overarching and far reaching. But I told her what I did know this. Whatever you put on social media or online, it's going to last forever.
Mhm.
It will never be erased. So don't do anything, don't put anything there that you may regret or feel bad about later on because it will never be erased. So I really am glad that I emphasized that with her. I kind of drilled that into her.
Hmm.
Don't put anything out there that you wouldn't want me to see. That was really her, the measure for whether or not you should do it. But the main thing is it lasts forever. So it can affect you in the future with going to college or getting a job or whatever, because it's forever. And now they check people's
Yes, they do.
before you get hired. They check you out. That's one of the steps, you know, before you I don't and I'm not even in corporate, but I know they do it.
No,
Yes, they
look,
do.
you just never know who see it. Cause I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, when we know we have somebody new coming, we like, let me, who is this person? Let me check them out. I'm not trying to spy. I just want to know who it is.
Who it is. I mean, because who you
Yeah,
are, that you what you're putting out there. And some people just put some things
crazy.
out there. I'm like, what are they thinking? What
Right.
you know, what are they
I,
what
I
are they
will
planning?
say, I will say that when my daughter was, I believe she was maybe 13, maybe 14, she
Okay.
did something that I did not like. And it was because she used to have a YouTube channel when she was younger. And I didn't mind her having a YouTube channel because it was very harmless. But one day she did something on her YouTube channel I didn't like. And I told the way her punishment was, all right, you're going to be on social media, so you need to do a YouTube video about why you shouldn't be doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I made her study up on the ramifications of doing what she did. And I had her do a YouTube video. And the first time she did it, she had her friend over and they were giggling through the whole thing. And they did all the tips I told them to do, but they were giggling and she didn't take it she didn't take it seriously. I was like, all right, that's cute and all, but you're gonna do it again.
Right.
So I made her do it again and this time take it seriously because I wanted her to understand um that you, like, just as Gwen said, you can't put everything on social media.
No. It's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Accountability. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's forever. It's never going away. And what I did with Sylvia, I told her she could have a Facebook page, but all of her friends, I would have to have access to it so I can check to make sure anybody she befriended on there became friends with, I approved that they were,
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
so I would know who she was connecting with. Well, one of the people posted something. She was 12 or 13. One of the people posted something very, very sexual. It was totally inappropriate sexual.
Mhm.
It wasn't a picture, but it was language. And I told her, I said, well, who in the world is that? You need to unfriend that person immediately. Well, what happened was it was a close friend, parent. I knew the parents, and she created like a fake name. She did a page with a fake name and all that.
Oh,
And so her parents didn't know she even had Facebook because she wasn't supposed to have it. And so I thought, I said, well, should I tell? And because a lot of times parents need to know things.
You
And
read it.
absolutely.
I surely did. And but the thing was, the way it happened, it was really God did it because they came to our church that Sunday and they don't even attend our church. They were there visiting our church because somebody was getting baptized, and I saw her. See, that was God. They never come to our. They're not members. She was there, and I so I told her. I didn't tell her what was said. I told her she has a Facebook page. She's posting some inappropriate stuff, and you need to know. She said,
Mm-hmm.
"What? I didn't even know she was on there. She's not supposed to be on there." See, parents need to know what's going on. They can't
Absolutely.
have their heads in the sand because, that's the way a lot of children come to harm. Just the
Yeah.
parents not knowing what the heck is going on with their child. And so, um, uh, getting back to Carter, I'm glad that Carter, that you have made a decision to be proactive, meaning you are taking action in your own hands and not just sitting around complaining about it. You are letting other children know that
And
it's a problem and
mm-hmm.
how they should handle it, and we just applaud you for that.
Well, another thing I applaud you for is recognizing that even though a person may be a bully, they may still be a good person. Like that, a broken crayon still colors. A broken crayon still makes beautiful colors. And the fact that you recognize that at your age says a lot about you and a lot about your mindset. So I hope that you'll continue to write more books. Do you want to write more books?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do well. I think the idea that that's a metaphor, and that's a big word, but you created a metaphor at your age, and you might not even realize that that's what you did, but that's very creative. From a literary standpoint, a lot of people aren't able to recognize that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so you're very smart and very insightful. You know, you're able to see things other people can't see, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So do you have another idea for another book, Carter?
A movie.
A movie, okay.
Okay, movie.
So what's your movie theme going to be? What's it going to be
Curious,
about?
Curious Carter.
Curious Carter. Okay. All right. That's
It's
cute.
going to be like a TV show on Netflix, or it might be a reality show. And
Okay. All right. Well, y-
then I just come around and they're asking, um, have you ever been bullied? If so, um,
talk this way because when we can hear you. When you talk, keep your mouth in the direction of the camera.
if you get bullied, try talking with somebody that you love, and maybe that can help you.
Okay, good idea.
Mhm.
So, do you have other tips like that on how to handle a bully?
Yeah,
What's another
ignore
tip?
ignore them, or walk away, or tell.
Okay. Ignore them, walk away, or tell. You know, even when we become adults, sometimes in the workplace there are people who are bullies, and though we have to use those same three things: ignore them, walk away, or tell.
Yeah.
Sometimes the same thing happens when you're an adult. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, as you grow up, at least you're recognizing how to solve problems. Well, do you have school tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, you
So we
better go
don't
to
want.
bed.
Yeah, you we don't want to keep you up too late. Where are you all tuning in from? Where you all live?
We're in the south suburbs. So we're
Um
in Illinois. We're in
uh
Illinois.
Illinois. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you guys are with She Publishing, right?
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah,
Which has
yeah.
my
been
girl
amazing.
Shanika.
Yes, he is amazing.
She
And Carter and I, we've been able to get the book published in the library. So we have it in 2 libraries out here.
Oh,
Um,
wonderful. That's
and
wonderful.
we have a speaking engagement on the 21st at a school. It's family reading night. They've given
Mhm.
Carter and I an hour to read and to talk about the book, and Carter will do some reading and I'll do some reading. So, and the book too is very interactive in the back. We have something called a bully oath. That's where if you see something, you say something, and we want you to sign it and date it, that you commit to not being a bully, that you want to do the right things and make good choices. We have a crossword puzzle in the back. We have something called Let's Talk About It. If you've ever experienced bullying, how did you handle it? What did
Mhm.
you do? Let's see if you want to show them.
Okay.
Here's the page.
Oh, okay. All right. That looks like a word find. I love word
Yeah,
finds.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's you. So we wanted
Okay.
them to be able to do something in the back to, crossword, scramble.
Activity.
Yes,
Hmm. Okay. That's really nice, Carter.
It's a good way to channel your energies. If you're
absolutely.
down about being bullied, going through this book, you're learning lessons, but at the same time, you're not so much thinking about the bully anymore. You're thinking about the games and the book. So it channels your energies and channels your thoughts. So that's a great idea. That's a good job. Good
Yeah.
job.
Well, congratulations to both of you, and
Thank you.
Carter, you especially. And
Thank you.
we're looking forward to big things from you, and just keep going and keep sharing and keep encouraging other kids.
Absolutely.
We will. He will.
Okay. Well, you all have a great night, and
Thank you. And thank you both. Thank you, Dr. Rhonda. And thank you, Gwen, for having Carter and I on your show tonight. We greatly appreciate you. And thank you both.
And
no
thank you for
problem.
joining us and thank you for what you're doing. I think it's beautiful and I encourage you to just keep going.
Thank you.
Yes.
We will.
Excuse me, Dr. Rhonda.
Yes?
You look like someone from my school,
Oh,
Mrs.
really?
He does.
Oh, well, I hope that's a nice person.
He's wonderful. He's
Oh,
wonderful. Yeah.
And,
awesome.
and
Oh,
people bullied me about my stuttering. So Mrs. Watson taught me how to not to stutter. And you look exactly like her.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
she must be
Wow.
a good
You have a
person. I like her.
double. You got a
He is.
twin.
That's a compliment. It is because we
All
love
right,
her.
thank
So yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And keep going. We all get bullied when we're young, but when we get older, we learn how to overcome that. And we're able to face adversity because of that. So I know that that's gonna be your case as well. You're gonna be able to face adversity when you're older.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank
You
you
all
for
have a great
having us here.
evening.
Thank you for
Okay.
having us here.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Bye bye.
Good
thank
night.
you. Bye bye.
Night.